The whole song. This is in and out. But we're going to listen to a portion of it. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of that title, "Self Destruction," as a rap song. Good. There's one person out there. All right. So there's some hip hop historians, right? Does anybody know what was special about that song? I know it's going in and out. That was good, and then it kind of dips. That's good right now, though. All right. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but what I want you to pay attention to. Oh, open up. Does everybody have a folder? All right. So if you have a folder, you want to find the lyrics, right? And if you don't, hopefully there's somebody that is close to you, or raise a quiet hand, and maybe we can get you a folder. Yeah. We just want you to be able to look at some of the lyrics as the song plays. And what I want you to try to draw out of the music, what are the messages in the lyrics? What are the things that people are saying that they're trying to get you to remember? I don't know if that's a good idea. Can you share? Can you share with the young lady right beside you? Oh, yeah. All right, thank you.
If you have some in your folders, please open it up so that you can share it with the person next to you.
All right. I'm trying. All right, thumbs up if you've got it. You can see it. And we're gonna play like 90 seconds. All right, listen to the song, listen to the message, and then we'll see if we can lock into where we are in the song, and then I'll ask a couple follow-up questions. All right. Self-destruction, get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction, get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction, get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction, get it for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction, it really ain't the rap audience.
That's KRS-One speaking right now.
Ignorant brothers trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Hey, MC Delight.
Knife at his wife. Cried because he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters.
All right, if you're not catching what he's saying, read along.
I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
Can we play MC Light's part?
Self-destruction. Self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party.
That's MC Light.
Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC Light's on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I crammed understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy, school them some more.
All right. So that was what? Clap it up for those old school MCs. Now I know it's a long time ago. All right. What were some of the things? And I wanted to make sure we got to MC Light because the song is 6 minutes long. We listened to like 90 seconds, but it's a collaboration of male and female hip hop artists at that time. So I wanted to make sure that we had that female voice represented. What did you hear? What were some of the messages that you heard?
If I get a hand, I'm going to hand you.
Yep, we got the mic. There's Mama Bajua coming around. Just put a hand up. We can get it to you.
Okay, ask the question one more time.
Question was, what were some of the messages that you heard? And sometimes hip hop is fast. That's why you have the lyrics right with you. So if you didn't hear it, you can look on the paper and kind of see what were they talking about? What was the focus?
I feel like this song was about us focusing on like bettering ourselves and not really being violent towards one another.
Yep. That's good. Yep. Anti-violence.
Anti-violence. Anybody else want to jump in? Any more thoughts about what that song was about? Okay.
I want to say a specific lyric that I really liked. It was, "I never ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man." And that was just piggybacking off of what someone else said. Is just if you didn't have to be afraid of a specific group that was meant to terrorize us and control us, they should never have to be afraid of each other, and it should never be a norm of us being afraid of each other and trying to harm each other. Like that specific group that was created to target and control us.
Very well said. Very well
stuff.
said. Love that.
Nice. You want one more?
Yes,
Three's
yes,
a charm.
man. One more.
Three's a charm. Can I get somebody in the back? Any thoughts on that song, Self-Destruction, and what it probably meant when you were looking? All right, what you got?
I was gonna say like
Can't
stop
see
him.
you.
Can you stand up? Sorry.
We can't see you in the back.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, go.
Thank you.
I was gonna say like stopping black on black crime. Yeah, that's all.
Good.
Stopping
All
black
right,
on black crime. Okay.
All right, so anti-black violence, we heard messages about black solidarity, right? We heard, and so was that generally positive? Would you would say, with the message positive for the community, uplifting, right? One of the big things again about that particular song was the amount of hip hop artists that came together to collaborate. It was over 14 and all of their crews, right? And so if you ever wanted to see the video, it's a good watch, right? Just to see like, well, dang, how deep were they? They were very deep in the video. And if you're interested in fashion, some of those styles actually come back. So you can look back and see some of the things that you might wear now that people were wearing back then. All right, so the next question, and then I know, thinking about time, right?
But time can move quickly too.
Yeah, but I would just say we wanted to make sure that, so we heard some messages. Are any of those messages that were spoken about relevant today, right? So we're looking back to look forward. Are any of those messages relevant? Are we still dealing with similar challenges, right? That's the question. Yes.
What we got? I'm so sorry.
We're not really dealing with this problem right now, but police brutality was something that was huge. And what we heard was that police brutality, both black, I guess, and white, were supposed to protect and serve, and there were a lot of people who fell out in that department.
Gotcha. Yep. And one more.
Did you want to say something? All right, yeah. I mean, the way you were holding the mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the things that's really still prevalent today, especially in the black community, is black on black crime, especially because, with certain demographics, you have like white people commit the most crimes against other white people, black people commit the most crimes against other black people. I think that is still always going to be a factor that we have to take into account. And then I feel like gun violence on top of that, how they funnel guns and drugs into the black community, and it causes and influences more crime to be prevalent.
Well said, right?
Good
And so, and just thinking about that and building on that, so there's some relevance to today, right? And what we want you to think about is the level of influence that music has or doesn't have on us. So before I transition, I have a question for you on a scale of 1 to 4 for the artists that you like and the artists that you listen to. 4 being, I listen to them all the time and I want to be exactly like them. I want to act just like them. Or 1, you're not influenced by them at all. So can I see 1s, 2s, 3s, or 4s, right? How much are you influenced by the artists that you like?
Can we repeat that one more time and slow it down? Okay, Barbara?
Yes. So I'll say that question again. And I do see numbers,
Yeah,
right?
you see some? Okay.
So we've got 1 through 4, the level of influence that the artist that you like has on your thoughts, your behavior, right? 4 meaning you want to be just like them, act like them, dress like them, talk like them. To 1, I'm not influenced by them at all. So I see 1s and put them up some. So I'm just
put
trying
them
to
up.
calibrate.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Because I'm trying to hear something. Okay. All right, Bobby. You want to hear from which number?
Yeah, let's start with, actually I don't see any 4s.
No
4s. Where's the 4? Where's the 4s? Are they in front of me?
Oh, we got 1 4. No, if you a 4, I want to hear from you.
Where's the 4? I want to start there.
Somebody had a 4.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear the four.
Okay, cool. Okay, someone was asking before you start. What were the numbers again?
All right, so four is an artist you like, your favorite artist. You want to be like them, act like them, dress like them, talk like them, right? Just I'm imitating them. One, I'm not influenced by that artist at all. All right, go ahead.
I don't want to talk like them and stuff, but my favorite rapper get money and them.
Okay.
I want to get money. So that's all it is.
Gotcha. No, I appreciate that. All right.
Get money and you want to get money.
Can we hear from a three?
It's a three?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to hear from a three? We got 2 threes. All right, go ahead.
So I like this type of singer. He's got a good like point of view to me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Can you
like,
say the artist again, young man? Can you say that again? Who was your artist? Your favorite artist? A singer?
What's the name?
I forgot his name.
Oh, you forgot his name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But he makes some good music, and I like his music very much.
Okay.
Got you.
All right. Right here. Another three real quick.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite female rappers, Doechii, she has a very great view on life and uplifting herself and other women.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Solid. Two's in the house.
Two's in the house. Okay, we have a two that want to speak. Okay.
Stand and deliver for us, guys. We want to make sure we can capture everything so we can stand and deliver. Let's speak. Tell us your name.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel, and I chose two because I like my favorite singer, but it's just like sometimes you don't know what's happening like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So you really shouldn't. You don't really know if you want to be like them or not, because if they're doing like something that you don't ever want to do in your life, and you don't know that and you want to be like them, then when somebody comes up to you and says you're not like them because you're not doing such and such, then what's gonna happen? So it's bad to be like somebody else, and you should just like be yourself.
Good. Your main point at the end, yeah, is just be yourself regardless of who you're listening to.
The artist,
Yeah.
Who was your artist?
Who's the artist? Not,
You
you don't
get a name
remember?
too?
He did, yeah.
But you love them. Okay, got it.
And then we have one more. We have a one up front.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, last one. We're going to keep moving.
So not
Who
influenced
is it?
at all.
Okay, very good. Not
All right.
influenced at all. He's a one.
Yes.
My name is Cortez. I think
All right, Cortez.
I said one because like I don't really like just depending on different moods and stuff like that's what really just make me like, different certain songs and stuff like
Mhm.
I don't really look at it as music influencing me and stuff.
Do you have a favorite artist at all? Or?
No, I listen to a lot of music.
Okay. So you're saying it depends on the mood.
Yeah.
And does the mood you're in affect how like the level of influence you have or not? Not so much. Like if you're upset, does the song calm you down, make you more upset? Like how does it work for you?
I say like certain songs like sometimes when I just be in my head like I play this song cool, like if I'm mad or something.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that was
I
much
say,
better.
like yeah, like it all depends on my mood type. What
Okay.
I'm really listening to.
All right.
Or if I had a bad day or something.
All right, no, thank you. So good. I'm going to pass the mic. So we kind of calibrated the level of influence music may or may not have on you. Mama Atlantis, I think, is coming next, and she'll build on what we just started. Mama.
All right, let's give Baba Jules a hand. Thank you for that, Baba. All right, let me see. Where's the best place for me to stand and also navigate? All right. Okay, thank you. All right, so we're going to move on to the next part of our session today. All right, and let me be mindful of the camera, all right? Okay. All right, so the next session that we're going to do is called Energy and the Sound of Power. Everybody repeat after me. Say energy. And the power of sound and color. All right, so just by show of hands, before I jump into it, does anybody know or have a little bit of an idea of what energy is or how sound and color impact you? Just raise your hand if you know a little bit. And if not, that's cool. That's perfect. All right, excellent. So, all right, you can go to the next slide. All right, so what I want to do is I want to begin by having you all do just a short reflection. All right. What I'm going to ask you to do now is to just close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can put your hands over your eyes. And I want you to listen to my voice as I talk to you. All right. So let me see eyes closed or eyes covered, please. And what I want you to do is think about the last time that you walked into a space. Walked into a room. It could be your classroom, it could have been your home, it could have been a party. But last time you walked into a room and you could feel the mood. As soon as you walked in, you could feel the mood and nobody had to say a word. All right, take about 10 seconds to think about that. The last time you walked into the room and you could just feel the mood without anybody saying anything to you. All right, now open your eyes. All right, by show of hands, raise your hand if you've ever had that experience. All right, let me hear from you, my dear.
Well, probably like in my house or something. I just walked into my mom's room and she didn't like say anything to me, but like I felt like she wanted me to get out, so I just left.
All right, that's real. That's real. Okay. Has anybody ever maybe went to a party or some type of gathering and when you walked in, like the mood, the energy was off, and then maybe you decided to leave or you left early and then come to find out maybe a fight broke out or something crazy happened? Has anybody experienced that before? Okay, good. Several hands. All right. So that means that y'all are tapped in. Y'all are tapped in. And yeah, we can go to the next slide. All right. And so what you all picked up on was the energy in the room. Y'all might have heard at the very beginning a short snippet of Kendrick Lamar's song, Please Don't Kill My Vibe, right? When he talks about vibes, we're talking about energy, all right? And so energy, we live in a world of polarity, right? So we have opposites. So when we talk about energy, there's certain energy that you can see, like it's clear, you can see it, but there's also certain energy that you can't see, meaning that it's invisible. All right. So for example, the wind. Everybody knows what the wind is, right? You can't see the wind, but you can see the power of the wind, right? When the trees are blowing or if there's a storm and the roof is knocked off, right? So we know that energy is very real, whether we can see it or not, but oftentimes it's the impact of that energy. All right. So before you can leave right there. So let's define what energy is. All right. Energy is an invisible force that flows through literally everything. It flows through our bodies. It flows through nature. Energy is a part of sound. Sound is energy. Light is energy. Even our thoughts are energy. Have you ever thought about somebody and then they called you like 2 minutes later? Or you called somebody and they were like, I was just thinking about you. That's energy. All right. We're all energetic and electrical beings. All right. So when we think about energy, energy can be strong or weak. It can be calm or chaotic. But whatever it is, it 100% affects how we feel, how we act. And it also even impacts our state of being, how healthy we are or unhealthy we are. Next slide. All right. So, yep, you can go to all the stuff. All right. So when we talk about energy, everything is energy. All right. Your words, your thoughts, food, even the food that we put in our body. All right. Images, sounds, colors, all of those things are energy. And if there are any non-believers in the room, say, man, I don't know, energy is just made up. It's not really real. I have a demonstration that I want to do that's going to demonstrate the fact that we are electrical beings, and it also demonstrates that energy is constantly, even when you're sleeping, energy is flowing through us. So I need, let me see, because of space, let me get about 5 people. Yeah, 5 volunteers. Let me get 5 volunteers real quick.
Can I get somebody in the back? In the back? Come on, right here.
All right, yeah, come on up, sweetheart. Yep.
Your hand was raised in the back. Let's go.
All right, so face the audience first. All right, so we're gonna do a demonstration, all right, with this little ball, all right? Now, I'm not gonna open it up just for the sake of time, but it's an LED board inside. We have these 2 metal plates, all right? And this is what happens. When I put my finger on one metal strip, right, it does nothing. But watch this. When I put my finger on the other metal strip, it lights up and it hums. I take my finger off and it stops. All right. Put my finger on, lights up and hums. So what this is showing you is that literally energy is flowing from this finger, thank you, from this finger into this finger, and it connects the circuit. Okay. So let me demonstrate that with you all up here. So can you all stand in a circle as best as you can? You can turn around and form a circle, hold hands. All right, come on, come on up, come on over here. All right, and actually, all right, so yeah, okay, all right, so we're all holding hands right now, okay, and I'm going to put my finger on this metal strip, and I'm going to ask the sister, what's your name? Amma. Can you place your finger on the metal strip? All right, and let's hold it up so they can see it. Put your finger on it. All right, now Anuli, I want you to drop your hands. Let go of one of your hands. All right, hold your hands back, and actually hold your hands up so they can see it. So hold hands. Everybody hold your hands up. All right, hold your hands up.
Hold your hands up. Hold your hands up.
All right.
Other hand too. Yeah. You gotta connect.
All right, so everybody hold hands. All right, put your finger on, sweetheart. All right, now Anuli, let one of your hands go. All right, hold hands again. All right, so what's happening is energy is literally moving from my body to his body to her body to her body to his body to Ahmed, and we are connecting the circuit. And when we let our hands go, that energy stops flowing. But watch this. I can touch this young brother on any part of his body, and it will light up and hum. Okay? All right, thank you. Thank you. Have a seat. All right, so this little thing demonstrates how real energy is and how electrical energy is and can pass through us. All right, yes, thank you. All right, so let's put this into context. Why is this even important? If we know that food is energy, and I think maybe it's on the next slide, but you can leave it. So why is this important? This is important because if energy is everything, then it is important to know how to manage the energy around you, the energy in your environment to the best of your ability. All right. So I want to introduce a concept to you. It's called cultural economics. Repeat after me. Say cultural economics. All right. Say it like you mean it. Say cultural economics. All right. Now, let's break this down. All right. One of the things that my dad taught me growing up is if you really want to understand the deeper meaning of a word, you look at something called the etymology. Does anybody know what etymology is? What does that mean? What's etymology? There you go. Exactly. Etymology deals with the origin of the word. So most of the words that we speak in the English language come from Greek, come from Latin primarily. But the word cultural economics, culture comes from the Latin word cultura, which is a Latin word. It means to grow or to cultivate. All right. And then you have the word economics. Most people, when you hear the word economics, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Right. You think about money, right? But check this out. The essence of economics is not about money at all, right? It's not about managing money. Economics actually comes from a Greek word called okonomos, all right? And if we break it down, okos means house, nomos means manage, to manage or to manage. So economics really means to manage your household. But I have a question for you. What is the most important household that you will ever manage? All right, you can yell it out. All right, I heard your own, yourself. All right, yourself. The most important household that you will ever manage is this right here, your body. All right, y'all heard people say your body is your temple, right? Because you gotta, how do you perceive a temple? It's a sacred space, right? That you respect, that you take care of, right? And so cultural economics is about managing what comes into your household, your body. You can go to the next slide. Yeah, pull everything up for me. All right. So it's about managing what comes into your body through what you eat, your food. All right. So if you're eating junk food, if you're eating hot Cheetos, eating sodas all day, that has a negative impact on your body, on your energy, but your overall well-being. Okay. So I want you to, all right, let me just figure this out. All right. So our body is like a home. All right. We have to decide what comes in through food and drink, which gives us physical fuel, or it can deplete us. All right. You also have to be mindful of media and visuals. That's your mental fuel. All right. It could either harm you or hurt you. Music and words, that's like your emotional or your spiritual fuel. All of these things will either bring you closer to life and health, or they will bring you closer to death and disease. And that is a decision that each and every one of you have the power over. It doesn't matter what your mama say, what your daddy say, what your best friend say, what your teacher says. You have control over this. All right. So everything that you allow in your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and thoughts has an energy, and that energy shapes you. Next slide. All right. All right, just really quickly, go back one. I just threw this in here because go back one. Yep. All right, I just threw this in here real quick, and I'm gonna just take like 10 seconds. So when we talk about food and drink, a lot of us eat sugar. In fact, I want to encourage you all moving forward. Every time you eat something, read the label. See what the ingredients are. If it's more than like 2 or 3 things in what you're eating, that's a problem. There's so many ingredients that we can't even pronounce, right? But sugar is one ingredient that's found in so many things. And what people don't know is that sugar affects your immune system. It affects your ability to fight off colds, bacteria, and viruses. And y'all can go on Google and look this up, but just check where it's highlighted. It says consuming high amounts of sugar can decrease the effectiveness of something called neutrophils, your neutrophils. And that's a part of a type of your blood, white blood cells that protects against infection by up to 40%. So every time you consume high amounts of sugar, 40% of your immune system is already impacted negatively. Okay. All right. And we'll keep on going just for the sake of time. But I want to plant seeds to encourage you all to think, well, wow, I want to learn more. And I want to encourage you all to do a little bit more research. All right. Now, this is important because we're talking about media. We're talking about music. So media actually tricks our body. All right. There's a couple of points that I wanted to point out. There's something called the illusory truth effect. Repeat after me. Illusory truth effect. Illusory truth effect. All right. And what this means is that when you see something repeatedly and frequently, your brain becomes very familiar with it, right? And what happens is the familiarity often tricks your brain into accepting the information as fact. All right. Then there's also something called your empathy responses. This deals with your mirror neurons. You ever heard the phrase monkey see, monkey do? All right, it's a part of our brain that just is innate. And when we see something like, well, I'm not gonna do it now, but if you yarn, I've seen this all the time. If you yarn, it's like automatic, like the other person would just yarn. It's our mirror neurons imitating what we see. All right. But the point is that we have these mirror neurons that fire when we perform an action and when we watch someone else perform that action. And what this means is that if you watch someone suffer, if you watch violence, your brain simulates the same empathetic pain, meaning that your body actually feels it as if you're going through it. And we may not realize it because we haven't been taught this, but it's so important to understand how these things affect us on a subconscious level. All right, next slide. Let's go to the next slide, next slide. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is another demonstration. All right, we talked about and we understand now. Would everybody agree we understand that energy is real? All right, energy is all around us. Now I want to take it to the next level, and I want to do a quick demonstration to show you how the things that we see, and something as specific as color, I'm not even going to get into like movies and all these other things, but something as simple as color has the power to impact you. So I'm going to, actually, I know who I want. Let me see if you're going to pick who I want.
Strongest in the room. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Can we?
I want. Okay. All right. All right, Mo. I was going to either pick him or that brother with the locks, with the black shirt on. Either one. How about we do both of them? Both of y'all come on up. All right, so I want you all to be mindful that just like electricity, the energy of sound and color can also pass through your body and affect you. So let's do this. All right, well, you have a seat right. Actually, no, I'm sorry with you first. You just have a seat right there, and just sit on the stage. Yeah, so you can be comfortable. All right. So what I'm going to do is a muscle test, and it's going to show you the power of color and sound and how it impacts you. Okay. So first, say your name one more time.
Mo.
All right, Mo. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Right-handed. All right, Mo. I want you to stick out your right arm, ball of fist, and to the best of your ability, just I just want to see how strong you are. Resist. Don't let me push your arm down. Okay. Okay, Mo is pretty strong. All right, now, Mo, I want you to. I'm gonna move over here. And actually, can you help me out? Can you hold the mic for me, please? I know we asking you to do a lot. I appreciate you. All right. So, Mo, I want you to look at this piece of paper, and I want you to resist me pushing your arm down, okay? All right, good. All right, now, Mo, I want you to look at this. All right. The lighting is a little bit off. All right, but I want you to look at it, stare at it. I want you to see it, feel it. All right, I saw some faces like, what? All right. All right, now let me try with you. All right, tell me your name.
My name Reese.
Reese. Okay, Reese. All right. So, all right, let's switch the favor. You hold the mic for me. All right, Reese. You swear what? What you swear? Okay. All right, so let's see. Do you think it's gonna work on you? You don't know. Well, let's find. Do y'all think it's gonna work on Reese? All right, let's find out. All right, hold this for me, please. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm ambidextrous.
Okay. All right. So pick a hand. What's your strongest hand? Okay. All right. Just test. Let me touch your hand. Okay. Okay. Reese, I see you.
You pretty strong too, though.
Well, you know.
Yeah, like she gonna get
Okay. All right. But look, but I can't push your arm down, right? Now, if I wanted to, I can. But I'm just going to we just going to keep it simple, okay? All right. So, all right. Take a look at this paper. All right. And resist. Ooh, okay. Okay. Strong. How much you bench press?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Now, hold on. Let me step on the stage so I can get to his eye level. Let me set this down. All right. And I want you to take a look at that. See it, feel it, breathe it. Hold on. We got to be focused. We got to be focused. All right. He's trying. He's trying. All right. And okay, there we go. All right, take a look at it. Look at the center of it. I want you to see it, feel it. All right, he's trying. He is trying. All right, but y'all see it's going down. So, what's the question? Don't move because I still need y'all. What? And I see your face, so I'm gonna ask you, sister, in the white t-shirt. What's going through your mind right now? What's the question that you want to ask? Okay, what's on the paper? Okay.
Can I answer?
Huh?
You want me to tell them? Or?
Oh, not yet. All right, let's go back. Ask your question one more time.
What was it on the paper?
Okay, what was on the paper? All right, good. That's an excellent question. Now, pass this because I've been watching this sister's face the whole time, and she's like, "Yeah, you right there with white t-shirt. What's going through your mind?"
I'm just wondering, like, how is this happening?
All right, how's this happening? Now, watch this. That means that there's information that I have that y'all don't have. And as long as I have that information and y'all don't, guess what I could do? I can manipulate you. And this is just with one color, all right? I can control your mind. I can control your body, all right? So the sister right here asked a really good question. What were they looking at? All right, so the first thing y'all were looking at was?
A blank piece of paper.
All right, a blank piece of paper, just white. The second thing you were looking at was what?
It was like pinkish.
All right, now the lighting is a little bit off, and I'm kind of convinced that that's why Reese was like, he was able to do a little bit more. But y'all saw I got that arm moving down, right? But there's another piece to this experiment. So the first sheet of paper they were looking at was white, and then the second one was pink. So what is so important about pink? Well, remember I told you all that color is energy. There are 7 colors, and they also correspond to the 7 musical notes. All right. And so the way that we see things is that light bounces off of an object, goes into our eyes, sends a message to our brain. And so the message that the color pink sends to our brain is to literally make you weak. Literally make you weak. So y'all might be too young to know about this, but back in the day, and I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, when you got fired, they would give you something called a pink slip, right? So you quit, but they give you that pink slip to calm you down so you don't go postal and shoot up the place and try to fight people, right? Oftentimes in prisons, they will paint the walls pink, or sometimes put the inmates in pink to subdue them. I've also heard that in sports, some college or high schools, in the locker room, they'll put the color pink in the other team's locker room to help weaken them so they're not as strong when they go on the field. All right. So every single color has an effect. Pink is simply a muted red. Okay. So I'm going to add another element to this, and that element is sound. Okay. So I'm going to start with you first, Mo. I'm going to ask you to hold this in your left hand and hold it so that way you can kind of see, the lighting. All right. Now put your right arm out. All right. And I'm going to need your help to hold the mic for me. All right. So I want you all to watch what happens. All right, let's do it one more time. All right, now let's try with him. Before I get some feedback, I want to do this with, all right, I need your help too. All right, hold this in your, yep. All right, and let me stand here. All right, arm out. All right, hold it up so you can see it. Okay, all right, and make sure you focus on it. All right, so what did you all notice that happened with the both of them? I played the sound, and what happened? They were looking at the pink piece of paper, and what happened? Thinking. Huh? Tell me what happened. What did you observe? So I played the sound as they were listening, as they were looking at the pink paper. Were they able to hold? Oh, we got a hand right here.
What I noticed that he was looking at the paper, and then you start playing the little instrument that you have up there, and his hand just start going down.
Okay, so when I played the instrument, they were able to resist the power, the weakening power of the color pink. But as soon as I stopped playing it, their arms went down. So what question should you be asking me? The question you should be asking is, what was I playing? Does anybody know about music? What musical note is this? What note? What musical note? What'd you say? Yeah, C. This is a C note, okay? Remember I said every musical note corresponds to a color. So the C note corresponds to the color red. The color red gives you strength and power. So what this means is that sound, what you hear, overrides or is more powerful than what you see. All right. And then as soon as I start playing that strengthening power of the color, the C note corresponding to the color red, all right, it went down. All right. So, all right, let's give these brothers a hand. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I know we got to move a little bit quickly.
And there are a few seats here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 seats. If someone from the back wants to come and have a seat, you are welcome.
Okay, so I just want to transition. As we transition to the next thing, I want you all to think about this. All right, if sound and color. Oh, and by the way, let me just say this. So if the color red makes you strong, right? So if you're doing something that requires a lot of strength and energy, you could use the color red. If you're in school, when you have a highlighter, when you're trying to take notes, what color is the highlighter usually? Yellow. You know why? Yellow actually stimulates your mind. It helps you remember. It helps you focus. The color orange actually stimulates your appetite. Back in the day, all the McDonald's used to be like a burnt orange color. So you walk in there thinking you're just gonna get some fries and a soda, and you walk out with like 2 burgers, 3 French fries, and it stimulates your appetite, affecting your brain and making you do something that you really don't intend to do. All right. So if sound and color can physically weaken or strengthen your body, what does that mean for the music that you listen to today? And what I want you all to do as we move into the next segment, I want you all to keep in mind what you saw and what we experienced with the color pink and color in general, as well as sound. All right.
Can we please give our sister a round of applause? That was phenomenal, right? And so this part of the program is so important for us because oftentimes when we have conversations about music, the most common response is, it's just what? It's just music. It doesn't have an impact on me. It doesn't mean anything. And so what we wanted to do as educators was to come up with a scientific, right, response to that. And if you didn't get it now, you're never going to get it because it can't be any more clear. So what you think you are in control of, you are not always in control of. You think you are doing things because it's what you want to do, but it's really someone else who has information that you don't have controlling your thoughts. And that's what we want you to walk away with today. So we're going to get into this next song. We want you to hear a little bit of it and want you to talk to us about how it makes you feel.
Yes. So the song is going to play and you all just listen to it. If it inspires you, say something. I see some people smiling, but I know you want to sing the lyrics, but I know you can feel it. We know what's going to happen when we get to that bar. That whole hook and a bar. Okay, I start to see some head nods. That's what I'm talking about. Here you go. Here you go. Let's go. What is it? Oh my goodness, y'all not gonna open your mouth? I got the mic, but I don't want to sing. That's not my strong suit. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you, DJ Nate. We love that. So one person, when you heard that song or a song similar to that, well, how did it make you feel?
Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna come.
We have a hand raised. We have this gentleman and then this young lady in the back.
I ain't gonna lie, it was I'd say it was kind of nostalgic.
Oh, I like that. Nostalgic. Yeah. All right, we have a sister here. How did it make you feel?
Vibrant and emotional.
Oh, vibrant and emotional. And that hair is vibrant, baby, because you are
you
gorgeous.
doing it. You doing
giving
it.
us queen activity. Yes. Awesome. All right, so we're going to play another song, and we want you to tell us how it makes you feel.
Well, all my scamming ass niggas spending that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, gonna go, y'all back. Boosting bitches where y'all at. Stuffing that shit in y'all bag. Just to flip it, pop some tag. Girl, gonna go, y'all back.
Oh, I wanted you to play. You had to play the hook.
So wait a
You
minute.
play the
But
hook,
guess
DJ.
what? Before we even ask, we got a hand up. How did it make you feel?
And I saw somebody else in the front. But go ahead. Yeah.
I don't like this song.
Okay.
My sister listened to it a lot.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So how did it make you feel?
It made me feel.
Uncomfortable?
I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I saw a lot of young people do this.
Yes, I saw the head go
There's
down.
a lot of folk that felt uncomfortable. So let's hear about that. Anyone else? How did it make you feel? Okay.
Oh, we got some right there in front of you too, Mama Tia and that.
I would say it made me feel
Bring your mic up so we can. Do you stand up, please?
Yeah, thank you.
I would say it made me feel targeted.
Ooh, targeted. Now that's a deep one.
That's
Right there in
interesting
front of you,
language.
Tia.
Okay.
Right there.
How did it make you feel? Stand up and let us know your name, please.
That's my student.
My name is Tiani, and it made me feel chaotic.
Cool. Interesting. Chaotic.
Chaotic.
Okay, two more, and then we're gonna move forward. Stand up for us and tell us your name.
My name's Afriye. That song, when I have had heard the first couple of words, I was like, oh my god, this has to be a joke, because there was
there's no way that you're bumping to this song that is about a person scamming you or scamming other people that's collecting money to give to you. That's like wanting something from the bad side. You need to like have peace.
Oh, okay. That's deep.
I just think the song annoying. I ain't gonna lie, like that song is just so annoying. I got coworkers who be like singing that at work, bro. It's so annoying, bro.
It's annoying. So, can I ask a question real quick? Okay. Oh, we got another one. Okay, good.
Hello, my name is Khalil Davis. The song means a lot of things. It's more than just the fast lifestyle that someone lives. It also goes to the background of someone as well. It's so easy to portray a lifestyle, an illegal one, like scamming, boosting, things that have been put onto certain communities, like the Black communities as well. It's always a deeper meaning when it comes to the message behind it. The person who made the song is probably just trying to promote her own lifestyle. When it comes to music, and I'm nervous, so
No,
let me calm
you're
down.
good.
Let me calm down.
Keep going. Yeah.
It makes me think a lot of things. It's more than just a song, but when I hear music like that, or I hear music when it comes from a singer, it makes me think to who the person is really. It's all about who you surround yourself with.
Right.
And like the examples, and I really like the examples that you made about the energy you give out, the energy that comes into your world, the energy that you take in, because you also put it out. So if you're listening to music like that, you're becoming music like that.
Oh, you're gonna be a part of this next.
We about
Yeah,
to
you should
recruit
be up here
you.
in front with us.
We're about to recruit
The
him.
panel,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Awesome.
One more
so
burning comment. Also, you guys, you have inside the folders a pack of sticky notes. If you have more that you want to share,
Yes,
and we can't get to you.
please.
We
We gotta
have
put it over here on the
right up
post-it.
front. We'll come grab it for you and stick it up
Okay.
there, and then we'll come back to it later. Okay, ready? Stand up and tell us your name, please.
Hi, my name is Holiday. And I think that it's just the song is a good
We
representation.
can't see you, sweetheart. Can you stand up? Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello.
I think the song is just like a good representation of what we are like economically. Like I think it being about like scamming and boosting isn't necessarily about like illegal behavior personally, but what people maybe have to do a little bit to survive, especially in poverty. And yeah. I mean, obviously it's not something to be glorified, but I think that yeah,
That's an interesting take. That's an interesting
Okay,
perspective.
thank you so much, Holiday. Okay, so we've heard from quite a few of you. We are going to now share a little bit of information. Sister Atlantis, you want to take the microphone on your end?
Yeah.
And then we're going to share a clip with you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of connect back to I mentioned this briefly about the music industry. They have their own agenda, and their own agenda, excuse my language, is not to give a damn about you. It's only to make money. They don't care how your life, what direction your life goes, as long as they make money. So I just want you all to be mindful that music is designed to do a number of things to influence your mood, your thinking, and even your behavior, sometimes positively, sometimes negatively. Music can be used for empowerment, right? So there's music that's uplifting, but we also have to be real and honest with ourselves to know that music is also being used to manipulate and plant seeds of destruction. All right.
Right.
So we got to be real with that and be honest with ourselves.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister Atlantis. So we want you to take a look at this clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
What you experienced in.
Police say one of the best clues came from a TikTok video made to Young Miami's viral song Spin Dat about boosting and scamming.
Police said this video posted to TikTok shows the mama with the 2 stolen Louis Vuitton bags worth $7,000. 5 days after her daughter Janice Downs was spotted on surveillance boosting them same bags from Nordstrom's in Seattle.
Go get a job.
Oh my God, bro. Show me your money. In what police are describing as a major retail theft ring, as Janice, aka Punchy, had just paroled after being caught stealing over $500,000 in Lululemon.
You would think that, after what she experienced in 2024, that, hey, maybe, she would change what she's doing. But again, clearly she hasn't chosen to do that.
25-year-old Janice Down now faces up to 110 years in prison while facing 17 felonies across 2 states. But her mama just made bail after posting a $50,000 bond.
Police say one of the best clues came from a TikTok.
The question that we're going to pose to you is, does life imitate art, music in particular, or does music what's the next part?
Imitate art.
Life, right? So we oftentimes, something that we hear a lot when we have these conversations with young people is, oh, that's how we live. They're telling their story about their communities. But are they making a conscious decision to tell these stories in a derogatory way? Are we making a conscious decision to tell these stories using defamatory language, denigrating language? And so our question to you is, what's happening here? It's art imitating life, life imitating art. So we don't want you to answer that. We're not taking any answer, but you can write it down on a sticky, and we're going to come back to it. We want you to hold it.
Doesn't have a sticky to write it down? I know.
We know it's burning.
Okay,
so
some people need some stickies.
If you have the blue folder, look into the blue folder and please share the stickies. So yes, everybody does not, but if you have a folder, please pass some things around.
Right.
All right.
So one of the quick questions from this particular clip was, how do you think this impacted that family? Right? That's one. And then the second one was, do you think that this family was influenced by the song itself? Any thoughts on that? One, how did it impact this family? And two, do you think this family was influenced by that particular song? Okay. Somebody said they wanted me to repeat the question. Oh, y'all got it. Okay. Repeat it. Okay. So the first question was, do you think that, how is this family impacted by what happened? That's one. How were they impacted? And the second one was, do you think their actions were influenced by the song itself? Okay. All right. So I have one hand. You can write it down in comment because we're only going to take 1 or 2 comments out loud. The rest of you can definitely write something on the sticky and we'll put it up there for you so that you can view it again. All right, go for it.
I definitely believe that, it can be a justification for why they did what they did, but I don't think that is a precursing factor for why they did what they did. I think that they would have been stealing and boosting regardless whether they had the music that was dedicated for it or not. And I feel like the music just being there gives somewhat of a justification. Like the same thing as murder. Like you could kill somebody in real life and not say anything about it, but as soon as it comes on a song, you think it's okay.
Interesting.
All right, thank you.
Do we want one more?
No.
No more?
No.
Because I know we're moving on time. So
But the
if your
sticky,
hand
use
was
the
raised,
sticky.
please use the sticky and put it up there, okay?
All right.
Because we want to be able to see everyone's thoughts on that.
All right. So we're going to move into, before we move into part 3, we on 4? We move fast. We would like to just have a little jam session. So if you want to get up, move around a little bit, dance, we're going to give you about 60 seconds to do that and before we go into the next part. All right, DJ Nate, you ready? Hey. Also, please, if you have your cell phone, please take it out and follow us at I am HoodSmart on Instagram. Please follow us at I am HoodSmart. We do have a QR code, by the way. HoodSmart's been using QR codes since I believe 2016, 2017. Before they're familiar with everybody, because that's what we do. All right, so please follow us at I am HoodSmart. Please tag. What? What do you want to tag?
Our tag can be Black Music.
Okay, Black Music. All right, let's do hashtag Black Music. Let's talk about it.
With the fever, but nothing he found. By the time it's in the streets, thinks that she has a breakdown. Someone's always trying, does my baby crying. Talking, stealing, lying, saying you just want to reside in something. You wanna be starting something, you got to be starting something. You wanna be starting something, you got to be starting something. But you high, get over, but you low, get under. You're stuck in the middle.
All right. So, as we said when we first introduced ourselves, we are a team of educators. We are all very passionate about the work that we do. And so, what else would we do as innovative educators? We created a tool for you to use, right, to analyze the music that you are listening to. This tool comes with a rubric. How many of us know what a rubric is? Everybody in this room, right? And so you are able to determine based on this evaluation tool that we created and the rubric, whether the music that we are listening to is constructive or destructive. And we're going to walk you through that process, and we're going to do something called modeling. How many of you all know what we mean by modeling? You are all students. Your teachers do it every day, right? So we are going to model for you this process. So, Mama Bod, you want to come to the front? All right, come on.
As we are modeling this, I'm trying to give it to some people who don't have it because I want you to be able to see the tool. So some of you all, if you have a blue folder, open it up so that you can see that particular tool because I want you to be able to share it. You didn't get one, I know, sweetheart. It's something right there.
Okay,
underneath
and
your
as
feet. Can
she's
you
passing
grab
those
that?
out, I'm going to keep moving because we're going to be out
Yes.
of time. So there are categories. Baba, you all want to come? All right, so we're going to look at the theme. How many of us know what we mean by theme? The mood of the song, the vocabulary words in the song. We're going to look at the message in the music.
And then you're gonna listen to the beat and the melody and then the overall effect. So thumbs up if you have that rubric out and you're looking at it right now. It looks like a graphic organizer. You don't have one?
So if y'all don't have it on a row, y'all kind of can share it. So this, you two, I want y'all to look at that one together and share it.
All right, if you sit next to somebody who doesn't have one, help them out so y'all can look on it together.
All right. So some people don't have it, but guess what? It's okay. Don't panic. So we're going to move you through it, and we'll talk them through it because they
You
don't
want
have
them to have this song?
Okay.
Because they have
but
that
do you
too.
have the song? So we're going to analyze Michael Jackson's song, They Don't Care About Us. So if you don't have it, no problem, right? We're going to walk you through it. We're going to get started now. Okay.
All right. So as we're looking at the song, if you see the rubric on that second page, as Baba Jewel was talking about, all right, so the song might be coming around. The first thing is that theme, and you have your 1, 2, 3, and 4 as the values you're going to choose in terms of whether or not they all. So once you choose whether it was 1 through 4, you're recognizing whether or not the from 1, like you did earlier today, 1 being you were clear about what the theme was, or the.
It's very destructive.
Yes. Was it destructive? Okay. And then once we are at 4, you're assuming that it's not, right?
The higher the number, the more positive
The
the
higher,
song.
the higher the number, the more positive. So we're looking at these categories. We're looking at the theme. What does theme mean? Right? What is theme? Who can tell me? Yes. What is theme? Okay, the message, the author's point of view, right? So what is the theme? What is the overall message in the music, right? So we're looking at theme. What is the author in this regard, the musician, Michael Jackson, what is he trying to communicate to us? And what about mood? What do we mean when we hear mood? Mood relates to what? Okay, how does it make you feel? You feel angry? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel excited? Do you feel like you want to start a revolution? How does it make you feel? And the next category is the vocabulary. So we're looking at the language. Is it a lot of profanity? Are we hearing the N word? Are we hearing the B word? Right? Are we hearing love? Are we hearing community? Are we hearing words that elevate us, or are we hearing words that tear us down? Right? And what's the last one? I'm sorry, next to the last, we have the message in the music. What is the message? That's close to the theme, right? But what is the message? The message in Miami's song is very clear. She wants you to go where? To jail. Because if you go and steal things out of a store, you're going to jail. And in this case, the young woman is looking at what? 110 years. So we romanticize these experiences in its music, but it's real life, right? Because once she goes to jail for 110 years, or whatever the case may be, there's no more boosting. There's no more flexing on IG. TikTok is done. It's over. And so when do we get to a place where we're so willing to give up our freedom, right? And then the next category is the beat, right? And the melody. Because we know one thing about Black music is all of it has a what? A good beat and a hook and a rhythm. And that's what kind of gets you in, right? But Sister Atlanta's already told us that when you are repeating this stuff over and over and over and over again, it gets into your psyche, right? You start to affirm it. It's your affirmations. And there's power in words, color, energy. So none of this is for free. You don't get to just bump this music calling yourselves the N word and the B word, and it's so derogatory and it's for free. There's a price for that. And a lot of times it's your freedom. All right. And then last, we're going to look at overall effect. What is the overall effect? So that song that many of us agree, right, that is really deplorable. But guess what? That's the hot song for the summer. Yep. That's the summer song. It's on the radio. It's everywhere, right? Top 5 for sure. So what's the overall effect of seeing and hearing a Black woman talk about scamming and boosting and just being deplorable? What's the overall effect? What effect does it have on your psyche, on your behavior, right? And so that's how we are going to analyze the song by Michael Jackson, right? We're going to take a look at it now. We're going to do that together. And then if time allows, you're going to do it in groups. So you ready? Yep. All right. So can we put the lyrics up? And if we can't, they have them. We can read through it. So the DJ is going to play it so you can hear it, and then together we're going to analyze it using the rubric. Anybody have questions? Everybody clear on what's happening here? This is kind of genius, right? Yeah, I think so too.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation, innocent, on the loose, everybody gone. Bang, bang, shot dead, everybody gone. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Sue me, everybody do me. Kick me,
All right. Thank you so much, DJ Nate. So can we give him a round of applause? He's been really awesome. Also an educator.
All about that instrumentation in that.
Awesome. The music. It's just phenomenal. All right. So we're going to analyze this together. We're going to first talk about the theme. And so if we're modeling, so what would we say the theme is? What is the message that the author, Michael Jackson, wanted us to get from this? Anybody want to talk about the theme? What is it? There's more than one theme, right? There's not ever just one theme, right? So anybody have a theme that they can pull from this song? Theme, what is the message? Yes. Oh, okay. What would you say the theme is?
That no matter what other people try to portray on us, we are different. We are all individuals. And while they try to show that in us, they force things onto us that aren't true.
Okay, awesome. Very good. Anybody else? Anyone else? What would you say the theme is? All right, because I've heard a lot of things in that song. Yes. Can you pass it, please?
I feel like this song was about like, police brutality and like how it affects us and like how we shouldn't let whatever they do to us like affect us to that point that we change. And it mentions something about like a husband like having a kid and wife and how like he's loved by his family and basically like the police don't see us as people when they're working. If that makes sense.
Okay. Wow, that was a lot. What's your name again, sweetheart? Zanaya. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I heard police brutality. I heard resilience. I heard power. I heard that, marginalized people are not going to allow themselves to be put in a box. I heard a lot. One more comment.
I feel like Michael's theme is highlighting every wrongdoing regarding how everyone is treating us as Blacks. There's a lot of racism going on. What's the word I'm looking for?
So one of the themes is racism for you. Very good. Excellent. So how would we, one more person, because I can't resist. He came up and he was so willing to participate. And as we give the mic to give me your name one more time, sweetheart. Reese, how would we rate it, right? 1 being the lowest, 4 being the highest. For a theme, how would we rate this song as far as it being constructive or destructive? If you believe it's a 1, raise your hand. That's the lowest. If you believe it's a 2, raise your hand. 3, 4, raise your hand. All right. Somebody ain't raising a hand at all? Y'all don't have no fingers? What's happening here? Okay, 4. So we agree, 4. So Baba, can we write down 4? Because we have to add these points up. All right. And Reese has really quickly, Reese, 10 seconds.
I had put my hand out last second because I had thought about it. Like, I know he filmed that video in Brazil, so I feel like it's one of the themes was unity.
Woo! Love it, unity.
Because he's not Brazilian, but he's basically he's showing how like they
absolutely stand up, because this is an example of brains and bronze, right? Strong and intelligent. We love it. Very good. And for those of you who don't know, he participated in our muscle demonstration. Very good, Reese. Thank you. Okay, Reese, one more thing, because what he's talking about is the diaspora, right? The African diaspora, because as Black people, we are all over the world. And Michael Jackson really did bring us all together. I love that, Reese. Thank you so much. So we had 1, 3, and all 4s. Okay. The next thing was we're going to evaluate is what? The mood. How did it make you feel? Do you feel like it made you feel good or not so good? As far as being constructive or destructive for the Black community? We just need a show of hands. So we got to move on. So we have all 4s. Anything lower? All 4s. Let's move forward. Good. All right. What's the next thing? And if you want to share, what are you going to do? Write it on your sticky and we're going to post it. Very good. Vocabulary.
Can I read this one?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So for vocabulary, the context is the words that were being repeated or used can be shared with your younger sibling, cousin, or grandmother without being inappropriate or awkward. Right.
All
That's
right.
how you're.
So think about that, because when we played that scammer song, everybody did like this.
Yeah. Some people put their head
like
down.
your nana was in the room, right? That's how you're supposed to respond to foolishness. So with this song, think about the vocabulary and the language, right? Was it constructive or destructive in its message? All right. So how was you? Yes.
And let's get some more hands up.
Get some. We'll take one comment for this one because we're going to get through. All right.
Oh, he's had several comments, but go ahead. No, I'm gonna let him go ahead because he on fire. Okay, yeah.
When it comes to the language, I want to say that everything is necessarily inappropriate, but the history. Yeah, I know. I want to say everything is necessarily inappropriate, but the history behind it is very inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
Eastern High School. I love it. That's a critical thinker there, right? Because he said, in other words, context matters. Awesome. Very good. One more comment? Okay.
I was gonna say I feel like the vocabulary kind of mean like being a stereotype, because I feel like as Black people we're always stereotypes. So I feel like it kind of says like when he said like skinhead, dreadhead, I feel like that he's saying stereotypes that other people put on us and make it sound like we're bad.
That's a really good point, and you're gonna see why we're saying that's a really good point in a very short while. Excellent job. So guys, remember we created this evaluation instrument for you to evaluate the music that you listen to. This is our favorite, but you have your favorites, right? So based on the vocabulary used in this song, you have the words on the paper, 1 or 4. Is it constructive for our community or destructive? 1 being the lowest, 4 being the highest. Show of hands. And if you have comments, write it on the sticky. We're going to come to it. That was for, we got the number. Okay, very good. What's the next one? Messages in the music. What was the message? Can we go to 2 people? That's important.
So again, like the context encourages you not to think about this as an individual, because we don't live as individuals. We live in families and community. So when you evaluate the messages in the music can be explained to your younger sibling, cousin, or grandmother without being inappropriate or awkward. So when we talked about the theme, can you explain that to somebody in your family without it being weird? Right. All right. And so evaluate the level of constructiveness and destructiveness. Numbers, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s, just put them up.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you. Mostly.
Okay, all 4s. So, oh, wait a minute. Do you have a 5? Okay, she gave us a +1. I love it. All right, what's the next category? Beats and, well, this is Michael Jackson. We don't even have to have this conversation. I think we know it's all 4s and maybe a 5. Okay, Beat and melody. We know Michael Jackson is the king, right?
Somebody else may have another opinion.
Does somebody have a
1
counter
or 2?
opinion? We didn't think so. Okay. All right. I think the last one is overall effect. Overall effect. Overall effect. You want to read that, Baba?
Yeah. So, all right, you listen to the song repeatedly. You feel more loving and connected to your family, community, and friends. All right. So you feel more connected to the people who are around you every day. Overall effect.
All right. Overall effect. Okay, we got 4s. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we all love this song. All right. Oh, we saw 1.
Okay.
Stand 10 toes down on it. Who put the 1 up? Stand up and tell us
cool.
why. Okay. This is a safe space. Tell us why.
Excuse me. Can you stand, brother?
Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver.
I would say I gave it 1
Mike.
for overall effect because yeah, we relate in the room, but most people can't relate to the things that's being said, or may not know how to feel, even though they understand what's being said. They may not necessarily feel it. So I say it's a 1.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, when you say most people, who are you talking about?
The people who don't have to face challenges that were told in this video, or how he explained it in the song, per se.
Okay, are those Black people or
It
not
could be
non-Black
any-
people?
any color
Or any people. So anybody who has not experienced adversity could not relate to this. Okay, all right. Thank you for that. All right.
They Don't Care About Us sparked major controversy when it was released. Jewish advocacy organizations condemned the use of what they determined to be anti-Semitic slurs in the song, arguing that, regardless of Michael Jackson's intent, the language was harmful and normalized offensive stereotypes. Michael Jackson said the lyrics, Jew me, sue me, kick me, kike me, were meant to expose the hatred experienced by marginalized communities, not to endorse it. He apologized, changed the lyrics, and released a revised version of the song even though nearly 2 million copies of the album His Story had already been produced with the original lyrics. The debate flared up again when Michael Jackson used the original version in a music video. When a community says this language is harmful and we won't accept it, should others respect that boundary regardless of artistic intent? And what about the Black community? Should we be just as vocal about music that glorifies violence, degrades Black women, or reinforces destructive stereotypes, even when it's defended as just music or telling our story? Where do you draw the line between artistic expression and accountability? Please take a moment to reflect on these questions and be prepared to share your perspective.
All right. So I want us to
Did you know that
gather
Michael Jackson's
ourselves, right? Because at the end of the day, we are not here to tell you what to think, how to think, what to do, what not to do. We are here to give you the tools to make those decisions for yourself. And I think that as a team, we've done a really good job of that today, right? We showed you through the lens of science, the power, right, of color, the power of sound, frequency, and how it can even control your strength, right? We talked about food, the media, all the things that we consume without giving it any thought, with this understanding or idea that, oh, it's just media. It's just Chick-fil-A, right? Yeah, right. And so we don't always have a clear understanding of the impact that these things have on our physical health, our mental health, and our spiritual health. And so the greatest entertainer ever to walk the planet received pushback for, I think it was 3 words. It wasn't the N word. It wasn't the B word, right? But 3 words. And in spite of already distributing over 1 million copies, he had to pull it back because there was a community that said, we are not tolerating it. Right, the Jewish community specifically. And so, and it was not intended to be offensive.
Not at all.
But that's how they processed it, right? Because intent and impact is something that we have to talk about. So we wanted to use that example because we're going to put the lens back on us. Because when did it become normalized for us to create art, one of the most beautiful gifts that the Creator gave us, Black people, right? When did we normalize using that gift, our art, to be destructive? Because we gave you the formula, we showed you how to evaluate what you're taking in, right? And I think that we would all agree that if we evaluated Young Miami's song, which is the hottest song of the summer, that we would all agree that the score would be what? It's destructive. But she's just one example. So do we have the right as Black people to say, no, Young Miami, that is not a good representation of who we are as Black women? No, throw out an artist name, anybody. Sexy Red, thank you. You are not a representation of what it means to be a woman in Black womanhood. Give me a male artist. Derek, no, young boy, no, Derek. We are not going to allow you to continue to poison our minds, right? Because music is either medicine or, what do you think? Poison. That's it. It's either medicine or poison. There's no in between. So you have to make a conscious decision at some point, even if it's not right now, how you're going to move forward. And let me tell you, when you push back, you better be ready, because people will go hard in the paint, right? To have permission to dehumanize you. And I want to go because I think we're out of time, but there's a slide that Mama Abajua thought was really important for us to share. So we're going to go to that, and then I think we can just have discussion, right? Yep. Because I don't think we'll have a chance to do the rest of what we want to do. Yes. So
real quick. Yeah.
So Mama Baj, before you do express yourself, can you speak to why you thought it was important to have those 3 images that we were going to save for last, but we don't want to run out of time?
Okay. Yeah, just those few
Because
images.
we often have conversations,
Right.
and one of the conversations we have is who is behind the music?
Right.
Because sometimes, right?
Right. Because we
don't know.
Right. We don't know who our producers are, right? So one of the things I did with Young Miami, I looked, who is her producer? Somebody named Jay White. Okay. So Jay White from his trunk is producing Young Miami and some other people. But I'm like, okay, so but where did Jay White get money from? Because somebody is helping support Jay White, right? So then when I went there, I looked behind it. There's some people called Milk and Honey, right? Milk and Honey, they have music, sports, and ventures. So you have a couple of people there. The one black gentleman is really encouraging them or giving them information through sports, right? But everyone else decided, oh, okay, let's start putting more money inside of music. And then the next slide, I also looked up because behind that came Sony Entertainment, right? So Sony Entertainment is this one guy, Mr. Rob Stringer. He's the chairman, right? He's the chairman of Sony. And then the one right after that, this last one, is a billionaire, Mr. Len.
Notice that they don't look like us.
Right? Blavatnik, right? So the music industry in itself is a destructive, and I'm going to just say that, and of course that's my opinion, is a destructive machine, right? So we have to look behind where the money is coming from, right? To actually fuel some of the music that you're hearing and that you're listening to, and what's being streamed across all of the radio stations that you listen to on a daily basis. Worldwide, right? So these are this is the money, right? And I'm sure that most of their children, as some people would say, they listen to the music, but is the music talking about their children, right? Who is the music geared towards?
Who's the target
Who is their
audience?
target audience? And with that target audience, most of the time you will find that it is us. And if it is us, then that is when we have to speak up. We have to do the pushback, 10 toes down in the paint, as you stated, and really take a look at who is funding all of what we are dancing to and consuming from day to day.
And I know we did.
So I
this
wanted
with,
you to be able to see that.
with Sexy Red as well, because I was so shocked when she came out. I just couldn't believe it. I immediately went to the computer to see who's behind her, and I believe it was someone from Afghanistan. So we need to understand that this is bigger than what is right in your face, right? You have to see beyond the beats, beyond the music, right? So that you can really hear the message. Because what if, it's a big what if, right?
Right.
What if we started creating music that was constructive? How would the energy
What a good beat to it.
shift if we created constructive music, right? How would the energy shift? Because we gave you the scientific facts. It's all energy. And so either the energy is going to work to elevate us, or it's going to take us to a place that we probably can't return from. So that being said, we're going to do a little bit of express yourself, because we have about 10 minutes before the workshop is over, and we do want to get to the stickies, right? So take it over, Baba Jua. Oh, and Baba Jua, I'm about to call you out. I'm about to call you out because, you know, we're all educators, and as educators, we model. And so I'm going to, you know, make a unilateral decision here, because don't nobody know. But I want you to model off the dome. Oh, please, Baba. We're going to give Baba some words. So what you all don't know is that in addition to being an amazing educator, he is absolutely a lyricist. And so
I'm gonna have to give him
can we give him some positive energy, guys? Can we say go Baba, go Baba, go? Baba, go Baba, go. Throw out some words.
No.
Okay.
No, can I just do a couple bars?
Okay, yes. Let's go.
And this is me in a former life, y'all. Can you give me anything?
Just watch him flow, y'all. Just watch him flow. Just give him anything.
And I'll figure it out.
And he'll figure it out.
Thank you, sir. Mm. All right, just a few bars, something positive, hopefully, something thoughtful. Yeah, and I hear my people screaming. Looked inside and seen I'm battling a demon. Created by myself and it's challenging my being. Adjusting my eye, balancing what I'm seeing. Plantation life ain't right, so I'm fleeing. Out is the internal light that I'm freeing. We can't elevate following Europeans. Tap into the knowledge we've been using for ends. That's right, I'm on fight. Good love, good health, got me going all night. Looked in her eyes, all I seen was starlights. Bring it to you clear, let we're near and far sight. Yeah, and I'm changing my condition. Used to be a pawn, but now I'm changing my position. Used to see death, but now I'm changing the vision. Resurrected in the flesh, now I came and I'm living. Right thing at right time. Studying life, help me stay in right mind. Studying life, help me stay in right mind. Studying life, help me stay in right mind. Yeah, and I'm calm doing trouble. Afraid of being hurt, had me living in a bubble. Ain't doing nothing, but he talking like he love you. What really make a good couple? Yeah? And we know they try and drug you. Moving like Morpheus to try to unplug you. Build for your people, government try to bug you. All that showing off, scavengers try to mug you. Oh, what's the hook? What's the hook? What's the hook? What's the hook? Like, yeah. Right here, right now, revolution's in my heart and it's developing my style. Right here, right now, revolution's in my heart and it's developing my style. Right here, right now, revolution's in my heart and it's developing my style. Right here, right now, revolution's in my heart and it's developing my style. All right, that was me when I was younger. Thank you for listening. Appreciate that. I think the main thing, y'all, is if you sing or you write, do something that will uplift your people. That's the point.
That's the whole point. That's the point. Let's go to these stickies.
All right.
All right. So you all had some stuff to say. Let's see.
But as we get ready to do that, anybody else freestyling here?
Oh, great question.
Does anyone else freestyle? Even if you could give us 2 or 3 bars. Anybody got it? You said what on vocals? What'd you say? He thought I missed them.
Oh, a poet.
What'd you say about vocals? Yeah, what'd you say?
Oh, we want
vulgar.
Hey.
We gonna challenge you. We gonna challenge you. We don't. Can you?
What about poets?
Think about it.
What about poets?
Oh, any
poets in the house?
Okay, we got a poet.
You ready? You
any poets? Is it any way for you to fix that vulgar for right here? Oh, you too? Oh yeah, he pointing you out. Okay,
right.
Your boy, he got you.
You can't go off the dome with something that's gonna be constructive.
Yeah, can you fix the words? Okay. All right. I was just if anybody gets inspired while we're going over these notes real quick. So I want you to raise your hand. What you got on those thoughts, Julie? You can pull one too.
All right. So this one says, this song influences, what does this say? Women to feel proud of having similarities to the artist's life, which influence their actions to follow the scamming or what does this say? Scheming pathway with a catchy beat. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting, right? So they put a catchy beat on it, and you all of a sudden want to kind of follow those behaviors. Okay, what do you have?
Another one. The families were affected, of course, most definitely the kids, but only because of the parents' actions. Also, I don't think the song did much influence. I feel like they would have done it regardless.
Oh, that's a good point, because we did hear that there was a history, right? But remember, we want to look at things through a global lens, right? So while it may not impact you and your immediate family, what's the impact that it has globally on our people throughout the African diaspora.
Or that 12-year-old that would have saw the TikTok video and been inspired or impacted. What would that have looked like?
Awesome. Take a couple more. All right. Okay. So this one says, I believe, so we're talking about the Young Miami, right? I believe this family was negatively manipulated because according to, what is this? I can't say, okay, how about this? However, many times the song was heard, even if they heard it once, muscle memory is embedded, in one of the family members, as they think that stealing and other things mentioned is, I can't see, guys, it's suddenly appropriate. So, okay, that's a good point, right? Yeah. And so we talked about, again, the impact of hearing things over and over and over again, and it becoming your affirmation. So you're affirming that these things, right, are real in a sense, because if you hear it over and over again, you repeat it over and over again, it eventually will become your behavior, right? All right.
I'm gonna read this last one, and I think Mama had something.
I really want to do this one.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, should I speak?
Yes.
All right. So I really want to read this one because this person, is this Tamiko?
Yeah.
Perfect. So this person used the rubric to evaluate they don't care about us. So for the theme, they gave a 4. They said the government doesn't care about African Americans. For mood, they gave a 4. They feel revolutionized. For vocabulary, they gave a 3. Talked about everybody litigating. For the message, they gave a 4. He's tired of being victimized. For the beat and melody, they gave a 4. This person said they feel empowered. The overall effect, they said they wanted to go protest after listening to this song. And when they added up their rubric, it was a 23 out of 24 as far as constructive. So good use of the rubric. Good
Excellent way.
Is that person still here?
Yes, thank you. Okay, and this was the last one that was talking about the family again. I feel that the family was embarrassed and thought the song was cool till they got caught. All right. Until you get caught. Right.
All right. So before we close, we want to bring up the owner of this establishment. Baba, come on up for us.
All right, Baba.
Baba Halle Jarima. And let me give you some history. When I was a student at Howard University many, many moons ago, Baba had created a very powerful movie. Anybody heard of the movie Sankofa? If you haven't, very good. Make it your business to watch it. And it changed my life. And so to be able to stand here in an establishment with him, and I'm here a lot, and to come in and be around him and feel his energy is really empowering for me. Because this is a person who really grew me up in a lot of ways. And so when I was a teacher in the classroom, every year my students had to watch Sankofa. Every year. And so I was able to introduce generations of young people to this film. And so it is an absolute honor to have the opportunity to present this information before you in this Baba's establishment. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Baba.
Well, if my wife was here, I wouldn't say I'm the owner. I'm a gopher to her. She's the visionary. She's the one who insists this place to exist for young people to come and just relax away from all the pressure, especially Howard kids, because I taught there, I know it. And so this is a facility we created for that. And we're expanding this way. So we're going to grow. When you come next time, it's going to be bigger. And we will welcome you. I look at all of you as the most colorful, beautiful flowers of youthfulness. Maybe it's because I'm getting OG, but I feel like you guys are very good spirit to have come through this place for us. And we're sending my wife a picture because she came from out of town. I don't know if she can make it. She would be amazed with these young people. The other thing I just want to say is this. I know how difficult it is to be in terms of like being young in this country with a racist president, you may think this is it, but you're the one who's going to change it. And to me, the choice of young people, and I wish I knew what I'm going to tell you, what I'm going to tell you, I wish I knew when I was your age. I would have done better. And my wife is a filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker. We make films. We're here. We're a troublemaker woman up there. We believe in making our own films. We don't allow no white people, nobody dictate what story we tell. This is this place. I just was editing downstairs about runaway black people towards the southern part of the hemisphere, all the way to Mexico, from Georgia, Mississippi. It's a running away. These are black people who didn't ask permission. They were armed and running away. So that's the film I'm doing downstairs now. But the point I want to tell you is that you have a choice. And the choice is to be a spectator of white crap or be history maker. This is the choice young people have. You can decide to be a history maker by deciding what you want to do, what nobody tells you what to do, but do something that improves the situation of our people globally. So I would say you can be a history maker, but there are many, intrusive things that could make you dislodged from being a history maker. So for me, my choice, I told all the time at Howard University for 43 years, is I tell them, you either decide to be a history maker or a spectator of white people's toys that they create. They keep making us busy with toys, but you can be a history maker if you decide in this place, this books your ancestors wrote for over 100 years. It's your story. They left it for you. Do not fail them. Insist to read. Take now and then fast from the cell phone and read and smell books. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Baba, and smell books. We love it. At this time, we have Mama Lydia, who's going to share a couple of things. Okay.
Well, we call this place the Pan-African Embassy because people come from all over DC, all over the United States, and all over the world to learn, to feed off of each other's creativity, to sit down with Mr. Garima. Mama Atia comes in here to study and finish up her PhD. A round of applause for that. Yeah. She's almost finished. Yes, Mama. And I come here to do my work, which is helping connect young people with Africa and its diaspora. We talked about that. And some of those people who were running to Mexico and to the south of the United States were also running to Colombia, which is where we're going. Also, there are books in here. If you want to know more about Black music, there's a book here by Amiri Baraka about Black music. And then there are a couple of other titles that we cannot remember the names of. There are two other titles, but whoever's at the counter, if you say, I want to read about Black music and books, they can help you find those titles. Okay. And so it is an honor to be able to get 5 minutes or so from Mr. Garima. So give him a round of applause again. And I'm going to turn the mic over.
Thank you so much, Mama. All right, so we're going to close out. We're going to allow you to choose the song that the DJ is going to close us out with. And then, what is it? What is it?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, okay, by Outkast. All right, everybody agree with that? Anybody disagree? All right, one last reflection. Anybody has one burning? All right. Yes. One last burning reflection.
Hi everyone, my name is Amarana. I just was thinking about this when somebody had mentioned that I think you were talking about how a lot of the music out, Sexy Red, Young Miami, they're made by non-Black producers. And I was thinking about this, but a lot of the over-sexualizing that comes from the lyrics, it's not coming from nowhere. This dates back all the way from slavery, the dehumanization, and the making Black bodies profitable. it's the same framework that they've used since 400 years ago that they still use today. So like nothing comes like the coconut tree, it's there, like it's all within the same context. So just be very mindful, like this is still slavery. Just want to say it.
And I think it's safe to say we can close out on that one. Thank you so much, Amron. All right, DJ Nate, you ready for us?
DJ Nate.
Thank you all for coming out. We hope to see you at our next event. Thank you.
DJ, a round of applause. DJ.
And if you have not you have not done so already, follow us please at I am HoodSmart on Instagram. At I am HoodSmart. Thank you. We need all of the blue folders, please. Please turn in the blue folders. All blue folders. We need